All right. LDMMAC. There's your boy, the Coach Live on the Coach Show, Live. My goodness. You know what? Another, like average boxer wants to take on the MMA GOAT in John Jones. Folks, I just got to sit back and I just got to wonder, man. Why do boxers do this? Why? Everybody got that Jake Paul disease now, Everybody got a Jake Paul disease. Everybody want to fight a boxer, want to fight an MMA fighter. But you know what? In this situation, I think John Jones will beat Hasim Rahman Jr. Okay, I was thinking, Jake Paul finna fight Rahman Jr. Come on, man. Rahman Jr. come from a boxing family. And, his dad, was definitely a great heavyweight. And I'm like, okay, there's no way that Jake Paul would have a chance against Hasim Rahman Jr. There's no way he got a chance against this guy. But then, I go look at some of the man fights. I look at some of the man fights and I'm like, wait a minute, man. His skill set is very average and he's slow and flat-footed. I'm like, wait a minute. He's slow, he flat-footed, and he got an average skill set. And then I start thinking, you know what? Jake Paul got a chance to actually beat this guy. Jake Paul got a chance to beat this guy. And I said, man, what would happen if Jake Paul knocked out Hasim Rahman Jr.? But see, we'll never know. We'll never know because he pulled out of the fight. Something about what he can't make weight. Okay, it is what it is, okay? This guy pulled out of the fight, and then you pull out of a fight with Jake Paul. And now you calling out John Jones? But you know what? Y'all know what's funny? I think John Jones will win this. I think John Jones could beat him in a boxing match. I think John Jones could definitely beat him in a boxing match. Because it's not like, Rahman Jr., again, his skill set is average. It's average, man. He's slow. He's flat-footed. Very, 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 very average. Okay? And you have to watch him fight, man. Even, how he places jabs, how he throws hooks. And most of the shots that he throw with his right hands, they're overhand rights. This guy don't throw a huge amount of straight right hands and throw them down the pipe. He don't do that a lot. He's an average boxer at best. He could beat your best average fighter. But John Jones can adapt. Yeah, John's an MMA fighter, but John Jones can adapt. It's like Hasim Rahman Jr., okay? Hasim is not even a copy of his dad. He's not a copy of his dad. It's like his daddy just took a dump in the boxing ring and left this. His daddy just took a dump in the ring and left this. I'm serious, man. Like, he's nothing. He's nothing compared to his dad. Dude don't even have the heart that his dad got. Hasim Rahman Jr., he don't put in the work. He don't do what the sport requires. Okay, he's not a student of the sweet science. Not anything, really. He just a guy that just fights. Maybe he look like, when you see him fight, he looks like a guy that should still be on the amateur circuit. That's how he looks. He looks like a guy that should be still on the amateur circuit. Like, he should still be, fighting in the amateurs. And I'm pretty sure, he could probably beat most of the people up on this video. Probably could. I'm pretty sure he can outbox me up, but, he's probably maybe 10 years younger than me. Sure he could. But I'm thinking, when I was in my prime, I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, I've seen this guy, man. He's not impressive as a fighter. He's not impressive as a fighter. Not at all. And then you calling out John Jones. Boy, you got Jake Paul problems to worry about right now. You got Jake Paul problems to worry about right now. Instead of worried about god doggone John Jones. You got Jake Paul problems. John Jones ain't thinking about you. This man finna go fight for the UFC heavyweight championship of the world. Or no, he ain't finna do that. He finna fight Stipe Miocic, but he's one fight away from fighting for the belt. John Jones ain't got time to deal with you. Ain't got time. And calling him out, it just makes you look like an idiot, a farce. Okay? It's a farce. And we already know, man, that, everybody understand the deal, okay? When you call out these UFC fighters, it's pretty much a joke, okay? And you kind of have to laugh because it is a joke. Calling out a UFC fighter is a freaking joke because that these guys, they can't fight outside their contract, okay? You already know they can't fight outside the contract. Dana White isn't gonna allow. Dana made that mistake once, and he let Conor McGregor do it. But man, look, Dana White ain't trying to do that no more. Dana White ain't trying to do it. It's over. You stop calling out UFC fighters. Stop calling them out. Now you can call out a Bellator fighter. You can go call out a Bellator fighter. I mean, Hasim Jr. There are plenty of Bellator fighters that you can select from. Hell, yeah, plenty of them. And I think even some of them will knock you out.